This is exactly right.
When a charming neurosurgeon rode into Frontier Town selling a persona of confidence and care, patients trusted him.
He wore cowboy boots in the operating room and became sought after by patients.
He promised to heal them. Instead, he left a trail of broken bodies.
This is a story of greed, betrayal, and a fight for justice.
Listen to Dr. Death, the Cowboy, wherever you get your podcasts, or binge the entire series right now, only with Audible. Goodbye.
Sometimes the hardest part of therapy is just getting started.
For real, which is why having help that's flexible, accessible, and easy to fit into your life matters.
And that's exactly what Talkspace is designed for.
Talkspace therapy and psychiatry is covered by most insurers, and most insured members pay a copay of $0.
Part of the mission of Talkspace is to provide quality care that is accessible and affordable, whether or not you're insured.
Talkspace has really made it just a kind of no-brainer to try therapy. If you're nervous about talking to someone, if you're nervous about the money, if you're nervous about leaving the house, you don't have to deal with any of that. They have covered it. And for me, like, that is best way to get into therapy. Take all the what ifs out.
You know you got to do it.
You know you do.
As a listener of this podcast, you'll get $80 off of your first month with Talkspace when you go to Talkspace.com/MFM and enter promo code SPACE80.
That's SPACE80. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com/MFM and enter promo code SPACE80. Goodbye.
Summer is for adventures, road trips, and adding a whole lot of miles to your car.
That's why it's worth stopping at Valvoline Instant Oil Change first.
Their trained techs help you get road trip ready with an oil change and an 18-point maintenance check included with every oil change, checking your tire pressure, wipers, lights, and more.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change techs complete over 270 hours of training, so your car's in capable hands.
Best part? You can stay in your car and you're in and out in about 15 minutes.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Change wisely. Goodbye.
New beginnings are exciting, especially when they come with 4 wheels.
If you're shopping for your next car, start your search with Cars.com.
Cars.com has the tools and expert advice to help you find exactly what you're looking for.
With more than 2 million new and used vehicles nationwide, it's easy to search, compare, and find the right fit for you.
Cars.com is there when you're dreaming, planning, or ready to embrace the new.
Start your search with Cars.com.
Where to next?
Goodbye.
Wake up. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning and welcome
to your favorite morning talk show.
My favorite murder.
The morning talk show that screams in your face to wake you up.
Get down.
Get down. Get up.
Get up.
Get down.
Get back down. Get back up again.
And then you're like, what? What do they want from me?
We want just a couple crunches. Easy.
Yeah.
Simple.
Just to wake you up.
Fun
and easy.
Get the blood going.
Yeah. Burpees?
Just fucking start burping.
What if burpees were not an exercise, but just belching? I would be a fucking Olympian.
You absolutely would. You'd be internationally known. Are burpees the ones where you jump up and go down into a push-up and jump up? Because I was thinking of Herkies, which is a cheerleading jump.
Oh, God.
Where you kind of look like a check. You turn your body into like a check mark.
Check.
And I was going to be like, wouldn't it be great?
Doesn't work.
It's such
like,
pain.
Oh, and you mean your legs go forward? Check.
One leg goes straight out. And then the other leg comes up in, your knee comes to your chest.
Don't do that. That's just back problems for your life.
It's like this, but in the air.
Okay. Take it from me.
Everyone at home, I'm way up in the air.
She just showed me one in the middle of the living room. It was amazing.
Also, what am I talking about? I don't fucking know technically what a herky is. Like,
you're a cheerleader?
It's like I'm trying to get people to email us about things. I was a cheerleader, by the way.
Oh my God.
I was a song leader junior year of high school.
Oh my God.
Those were the ones that like did routine. Well, we were a small school, so we only had a certain amount of people anyway. But you know, we did dance routines to Janet Jackson's Control.
Sure. It's all about control.
It's all about control. That's the only one I remember. Just that we had, gloves that were white on the inside and blue on the outside.
What? You're like blowing my mind.
So then you do a lot of this and you'd switch it.
Like a clown.
White to blue.
Like a mime, but white, blue.
White, blue, white, blue.
Oh, and then
your eyes.
And then one is this way and one is this way. So it's white, blue.
That's right.
Then change it up. Then white,
and
blue.
then boom.
And then change it up.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8.
And
change it up. And then this is my favorite murder.
Put your gloves up by your face.
Are they white or are they blue?
Okay, this is one of my favorite parts about having this podcast is I get random texts from my beautiful friends who listen to it, who take the time to listen to it.
Oh, wow.
And then, but they sometimes can be months behind. So the other day, my beautiful friend Sam Pancake, that's his real name, who plays Dorothy in the live Golden Girls that I told you about and love so much.
I have the mug. Thank you for being a cunt. That you got me.
It's still at Casita del Campo. They started a new run of it.
It's amazing.
You really should go. But he sent me a text and all it said was fingers and faces. And it made me laugh so hard.
Fingers and Faces, the best beauty shop name.
The best, worst beauty shop name of all time.
Ever heard of.
Just cut to the basics. Fingers
Beauty
and faces.
From the live Orlando show. Boo. Remember when we were at the live Orlando show? And I'm sitting there reading one of us is reading a murder and I just see in the audience whatever fucking production had happened the night before. Maybe it was, who could it have been? Let's say someone like not too big, not too small, but so you've heard of them. Maybe, let's see.
It could have been, it could have been at like,
who's the You Might As Well Be Walking on the Sun? Smash Mouth. Thank you, Stephen. Maybe it was Smash Mouth.
You might as well be walking on the sun for all the good it'll do you.
You might as well.
Might as well.
One sad fucking confetti piece that had been sitting there since the night before slowly falls into this lovely lady's lap in the front row.
That's right.
I was just like, it's like she was blessed. Or she's dead. I don't know.
I mean, it could have been the death confetti.
It could have been the death confetti.
It could have been so many things.
Dottie?
Is Dottie arranging papers upstairs?
Dottie's digging, it's an inanimate object. Dottie!
You go for it.
You've been sedentary all day. The joy. Okay. You can cut that out.
The joy of kittens.
The joy of kittens. Fuck sex. The joy of kittens.
That's the illustrated book you need to be reading.
Do you know I have The Joy of Sex? I have an old copy. I found it at a used bookstore and I was like, well, I'm absolutely buying this.
Did anybody write in it?
I don't know. Do they write in it?
I mean, that's the first thing I would look for is like somebody folded up a piece of paper and stuck it inside.
So like, try this
with Gary.
Try this. Maybe Gary will love you now.
Ask Gary to please do this. All I know is that me and my friend Katie Newberger, who lived down the street. Mm-hmm. She's the one whose family had llamas and they had the old abandoned house on their property with the bills in the walls.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive it was at her house that we looked through that book because her mom was also a nurse. Uh-huh. And it was we were starting to look at it like, ooh.
Yeah.
And the illustrations are so technical and like anatomical that we got bummed out very quickly.
It's
We're
not
like,
interesting.
Maybe we should just go swimming instead.
It's like, and I said this last week, I talked about Reductress and their hilarious t-shirts, but they have one that's like, when you see like a cow and it shows you the cuts of beef, there's one that's a vagina and it says the cuts of vagina.
Oh, no.
And this is just like the cuts. It's just in that style.
That's hilarious. I just saw one of theirs on Twitter and it said, girl who promised not to tell anybody only told 2 people. And then the picture is so funny because it's a girl whose face is right next to a bunch of flowers. Like she's all smiling, all proud.
That's me.
It's me.
What about bitch? This bitch brought loose leaf tea to a fucking food donation thing. It's just like you can tell this bitch is like some hippie bitch who doesn't wear makeup because she's gorgeous, not because she.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This bitch.
Loose leaf tea. What about Where Did I Come From? Do you remember that book?
Oh, yes.
Dude, with the fucking guy who looks like George Costanza.
Yes.
And his wife. Actually, it looks like George Costanza's parents. and it's showing them having a baby, and my mind was blown.
Well, what about the part? There is a part where they're explaining to their child about sex, and it's like they basically say they rub on each other really fast or something. And I just remember staring. Steven's gonna have a nervous breakdown.
Steven can't talk about sex. Steven.
Steven.
I don't know what that is.
Well, I'll tell you. It's when two fat little cartoons rub against each other. It was very, like, I remember staring at it and just being like, it can't be this.
Yeah, sex isn't just friction, right?
It can't be this. Just this little man. Oh, yeah.
It was very confusing. It was a confusing time, the 80s.
The 80s and that age, and like before you know, and then what you think you know, and then when you find out.
And how funny it is, but you still can't get rid of the things you thought you knew. So it is still a little that.
And the thing I thought I knew is God can see me and it's wrong.
God can see you, but he's into it.
What?
Sorry, blasphemy.
Is that what they're teaching in the temple? God damn it.
Shit. Well, I'm going to hell. Is there hell? I'm going there.
You don't think there's hell?
Goodbye. No.
Goodbye, hell.
There's something.
Bye, hell.
Goodbye, hell.
See you. Deuces, hell.
Peace out, motherfucker. What do you have that's sweet to talk about?
Let's see.
Besides frictional sex.
Besides describing sex cartoons from the 70s. Well, this is a great email we got. Hi, ladies. This is from Aaron. Hi, ladies. I was at the second Balboa Theater show back in October. That's San Diego, right? And was happy to get a chance to listen to that first show that was recently posted. Oh, it's not fun. Of course, I had to immediately Google the Betty Broderick murder house. It's right down the street from me and up for sale. Some great realtor spin too, quote, a home rich in history.
Shut up. Cause you have to tell, right?
It says have $2.5 million laying around.
$2.5 million live in San Diego house?
Yeah. And then she listed it. I could say the address, right? Cause it's an empty house.
Yeah.
I mean, like, or
just say what street it's on.
It's on Cypress Avenue. Oh, where Van Morrison lives. That was a deep cut. Yeah.
Wow.
That's kind of hilarious.
Would you move into a place if like murders had happened there? Would you care? Like, would you have pause and ask your girlfriends over drinks, or like, would you be cool with it?
I think it just depends on the house. Like, I think I would have to go in and like feel it out. But if it was some really old house, yeah, I don't know.
Let's say like in the 80s or 90s even, there was a murder. Even the 2000s. Heard of them?
You know what? I'm being cavalier right now because I want to say I would, but I just thought of the first night in that house and I would just be out of my mind.
I feel like I would be fine, but I bet I wouldn't.
Any noise you heard, though.
But I don't care. I don't hear that. Do you? I mean,
but if you
alone in the house,
I mean, anything.
I feel like Vince would be more creeped out than I would, and I would pretend that I was saying no to the house on his behalf, but really it'd be because I was freaked out too, but I couldn't admit it because I have a murder podcast.
Yes, that's right. You have to use him as a human shield,
Always.
And you can.
Always. And he can use me whenever he wants.
When he hates wrestling and can't talk about it.
Right.
He's really painted himself into a wrestling corner. He has to love it for the rest of his life.
There is no fucking doubt in my mind that person, Vince Averill, the love of my life, will love wrestling for the rest of his life. He's going to 2 shows in the next 2 days. And
is he really?
Yeah. There's no worry.
You know what's really hilarious? So many people that I follow on Twitter love wrestling that I feel like I have a good historical backlog knowledge of, people post stuff.
You should start your own wrestling podcast.
Yeah, you know what? I will. I'm going to call it my favorite wrestling podcast.
Oh, I was going to say that this podcast I really like, there's this new podcast. It's like all the ragey kind of like Serial, the new one.
Yes.
Called Atlanta Monster.
Oh.
Have you done it yet?
No.
Okay. It's Payne Lindsay who did Up and Vanished recently, which was a really good one that was solved while he was doing the podcast.
Oh, right,
remember?
right.
The woman in Georgia who disappeared.
Yeah.
So he's doing this new one called Atlanta Monster, and it's about a murder that you and I have never done for some reason.
Atlanta Child Killer?
Yeah.
Okay,
Wayne Williams.
I have wanted to do that one for so long. It is so fucking involved.
It is.
And I love that. I mean, not love, but I am fascinated by that one. because it's really old.
Yeah.
That's like one of the earliest, like Bill Curtis
79 through 81, this dude killed, and the number ranges, of course, but the number that they have is 22 child murders.
Yeah, children.
In fucking 3 years.
But they got him almost entirely on fiber evidence.
Yeah. And the way they caught him in the second episode, I won't say what it is. So it's episodic, which is so annoying because I want to fucking binge the shit out of it. So there's 2 episodes, but the story is so crazy. And of course, there's so, because the killer, Wayne Williams, is black. All of the kids who were killed were black, and they were from this poor neighborhood. And so there's a ton of race bullshit in it, which is really important. And Payne Williams is interviewing people who were involved. So it's not like him, this white dude, telling the story. It's like he's interviewing people who were there. So it's
letting them tell the story.
Exactly. He's letting them tell the story.
Which is kind of a big part of it. Because also, the racial tensions were building so crazy because they were like, the police thought it was a white guy because that was like the standard.
Right.
I don't think up at that point there had been very many black serial killers.
Right.
If any at all. So it was always, the profile was always young man, white man in his,
and the black community
late 20s.
Was freaking out that it was Ku Klux Klan, that it was racially based, that they were taking their kids so nobody knew.
Right.
But as we now know, and they say in the podcast, killers don't really kill outside of their race. So we know that now, but I'm really excited to keep listening.
I mean, there's so many levels to it. The thing that's amazing though is like that the idea that they got him on tiny fiber evidence, and none of that has ever moved.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it has, or maybe he's looking into it and something else has come up, but.
No. I think that's happening, but we're only in episode 2 right now. So, I think it'll be 3 once.
And also the red flag. Have you ever already gotten to this thing of like, that he had a music studio for children to come and record in, and it was like, local stars.
We just found out who the person is.
Oh, okay.
Like in episode 2 I'm on right now, we don't know anything. Just these things are happening.
I'm going to join you because, I was just going to say, I trust you now because I went home after our last recording and watched The End of the Fucking World.
Dude, on Netflix.
It's such a good, you have to watch it. It's everything Georgia said it was and more. I binged it all at once.
I forgot to mention that thing. So I was saying Wes Anderson, Harold and Maude, my friend Dahmer almost a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so gorgeous.
It's really well done. It's just those Brits. They know how to do some storytelling and some character development.
Humor.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good.
But those kids are such good actors.
Amazing.
Such,
epic.
I never want to watch teens do anything, and these teens were the exception.
They were
for sure.
it's such a good show. Everyone watch it. The End of the Fucking World. Did you see that kid whose dad was like, my son's missing, and the cops were like, he's probably a runaway, and then I was like, fuck that shit, and hired a fucking helicopter and found his kids crashed in a car in a ravine, still alive 30 hours later.
Shit. So like a couple of his kids were trapped in the car?
No, it's just his son.
By himself?
Yeah.
Oh my
God. The helicopter search, found the kid crashed in a fucking ravine, still alive 30 hours later. He's like,
holy shit.
This kid's not a fucking runaway.
I thought you were going to mention the,
still alive.
The kid was found alive. Yes, he survived. Yeah. I thought you were going to talk about the 3 kids that escaped the house in Riverside County.
Oh, Jesus.
That were 12, like children between the ages of 9 and 27 chained to a wall.
It was like 14 kids?
Yes, and they're so emaciated they couldn't tell how old they were.
In Riverside.
And also the my friend Karen Anderson's the one who told me to look at it, and she goes, the data is so upsetting. It looks like Jeff Daniels in Dumb and Dumber.
Oh no!
And he totally has the weirdest bangs, like page boy haircut. It's very disturbing.
The parents look very problematic.
Yeah, and have proven to be
right. Those poor children, like. To be able to still imprison a 27-year-old means you've had some fucking lifelong conditioning of this poor kid.
I'll tell you that when a kid knocked on their door, I bet you, this is my theory, a kid going around trying to sell like magazines or something and knocked on that door. Whoever opened that door, whatever the smell was, that kid was like, sorry, I forgot something on my bike and ran away. Like, don't you think a house like that, it would just be like one weird candle in the background and everything else is dark?
How many? Yeah.
Or did they have the perfect veneer and like no one could tell?
Yeah. Probably not. You got to lose. I mean, you got to lose that veneer after a few kids.
After the 11th child is chained to the wall?
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
All right. This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace.
Every successful small business starts with someone saying, I wonder if people would actually buy this.
Squarespace gives you everything you need to find out.
From consultations to events and experiences, you can showcase your skills with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business.
With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a beautiful, professional online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business.
Get paid on time with professional invoices and online payments. Plus, streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools.
Head to squarespace.com/murder for a free trial.
And when you're ready to launch, use offer code MURDER to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Goodbye.
You know your favorite summer clothes by what actually makes it into your suitcase.
Find the outfits you'll wear all season long at Quince.
Quince's 100% European linen pants, dresses, and tops are the pieces you'll reach for all summer long. They're lightweight, effortless to style, and they start at just $32.
Their denim is soft and comfortable, and their organic cotton sweaters are perfect for layering when evenings get cold.
Quince's beautiful 14-karat gold jewelry adds a subtle finishing touch.
So I just went to Italy, and you bet I brought my 100% European linen scoop neck midi dress along with me in the color of floral waterfall, and I wore that thing all over Italy. It was like the perfect day to night. It just looked so pretty, and I felt like I looked sophisticated while still being comfortable.
Make your summer wardrobe feel easier.
Head to quince.com/MFM for free shipping and 365-day returns.
Go to QUINCE.com/MFM for free shipping and 365-day returns.
Quince.com/MFM.
Goodbye.
Every piece of furniture you own has a story.
Sometimes it's an heirloom, and sometimes it came with the house because it was too heavy to move.
If you're ready to start a new chapter with your home decor, there's Article.
Article makes it effortless to create a stylish, long-lasting home at an unbeatable price.
They take great care in curating their collection, focusing on pieces that stand the test of time.
We've talked about Article for a long time. There are pieces in that catalog that are so affordable that are room changers. And if you go through there and there's like a little something you don't even realize you need it until you see how they have stuff set up or what style combinations that they're doing with. They do the boho chic. There's mid-century. It's a little bit modern. It's something new. Like there's so many choices in there, and it's not going to break the bank.
As someone who's interested in tons of different styles and time periods, Article covers them all in one place. I love that.
I know I've mentioned already how much I love my entryway table, but I swear to God, because the path that it's on, I pass it 4 times a day, and I love it more every time.
Article is offering our listeners $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
To claim, visit article.com/murder, and the discount will be automatically applied at checkout.
That's article.com/murder for $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more. Goodbye.
While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup this summer, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent.
The future soccer stars who are already turning heads at age 14.
Making plays that end up on everyone's feed, scoring from angles that don't make sense, rewriting record books that barely had time to gather dust.
Because next doesn't wait for an invitation, and Hyundai doesn't either.
Hyundai has always moved the future within reach.
Hyundai did it by making advanced safety standard on every vehicle.
Hyundai did it by engineering EVs with ultra-fast charging capability.
And Hyundai continues doing it every day.
From robotics that change how people live to young athletes changing the game, the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here.
Next starts now.
Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
Goodbye. You're first this week?
I guess I am, yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. You were first last week. Okay, so I have been on my couch. I sprained my ankle on Sunday.
Tell everyone. I saw the bruise. It's fucked up.
It's, I rolled my ankle. I've already sprained both my ankles twice. This is not, I don't find talking about medical problems interesting at all, but this was kind of great because I was walking my dogs with my friend Don. He said, hey, did they redo that house? I look over my shoulder like it's a Gina Tay commercial, walking the dog one direction, but looking backwards. Oh, and I'm like, that house over there, and just step like on the edge of the cement where the cement meets the grass, roll my ankle, listen to it snap. My friend Dawn, who was behind me, said that it turned at a 90-degree angle.
no.
And then I went down. He said I looked like a stunt woman. I went down like hand, hip, leg.
Yeah.
Like in a
Hand,
perfect
hip,
line.
leg.
He really liked it. But, I knew immediately that it was bad.
Yeah.
And so I just got up and went in and kept
You were
it.
like, couch, goodbye.
Yes. Elevated, iced, whatever. So, tonight is the first night I've gone out and like driven.
Oh no.
It was fine. If I keep it like,
Yeah.
wrapped in static.
So you've had a long time to study your
I just got really caught up in telling that whole story. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm trying to talk about this. So I've been laying in front on the couch. Now I'm talking about that as if
kind of a dream.
What?
It's kind of a dream.
Well, also I do it anyway. What I realized is this sprained ankle just made me go, you have to stop living like your ankle is sprained all the time. You have to stop it.
So once your ankle is not sprained, start living.
Leave the house.
Yeah.
Go ahead and walk somewhere.
Because you know what? I guarantee there'll be sprained ankles in the future where you're going to be like, I wish I had lived my life outside of this.
Yes.
I always would know that I'd be back here at some point enjoying a sprained ankle.
The couch is forever. You might as well get up and move around while you can. And I feel like my body, because I'm so indignant and I'm so like defiance disorder based.
Yeah.
I feel like my body has to sprain my ankle like every 8 months just to be like up off the couch now.
Or get you really sick to be like, wouldn't you love to not be here right now on the fucking couch?
Stop living like you're sick and all of your joints don't work. Okay. But since I was.
Okay.
There is a Netflix movie called Murder on the Cape.
Ew.
I don't know if you've seen it. It, of course, immediately came up when it went onto Netflix in my suggestions.
Netflix knows us.
What's amazing about it, because and I think you and I talked about this a little bit, but I got really addicted to those Hallmark Christmas movies over Christmas because my sister kept putting them on as a joke, but then we'd watch them for real.
I love that.
And
that's
it was
like
always
what Christmas is for.
It is, right? Because you get like some hot chocolate. We're all sitting on the couch and then it's just
make fun of TV.
It's blather.
Yeah.
It's a guy in a huge sweater pretending he works at a Christmas tree farm.
Right. But really.
And it's always then it's like, oh, she's really smart and type A, but she had to come to this small town to do something. So, okay. So I see Murder on the Cape and I'm like, that doesn't look like an actual movie. And it doesn't look good. And I'm like, and also, I wonder which murder on which cape this is.
It checked all your boxes. What's the thing? It herked all your boxes.
It herkied right into all my boxes. But, so I looked it up online first before I didn't want to watch it cold. I didn't want to waste my time. Sure. And the first thing that came up was an article on Decider, the website Decider, called... And the headline was Murder on the Cape is a bonkers crime story based on a true story. So they had already watched it and reviewed it and were like, this thing is like The Room, basically.
Ooh.
So I stopped reading that article because I didn't want to like, in case I had some of the same thoughts, I want to say that I just read the headline and then the beginning, the description, I was like, okay, I'm there.
Not plagiarizing this.
Yes,
the word bonkers is amazing. By the way.
Bonkers is my favorite
Why isn't
word.
that used more?
It's so funny.
Yeah.
My friend Eric Dodorian on Twitter changed his name to Linda K. Bonkers, and I laugh every time I see it. Okay. So this, and I highly recommend that you do your substance of choice, and that can be the Bible. It can be a glass of water, but do something to get yourself in the mood to accept what the television is giving you.
You could pour a glass of water on the Bible. That could be your thing.
And then light it on fire. But what you should do is get some white wine. Or ginger ale and Southern Comfort.
Okay. You.
How about some Malibu coconut liqueur?
Okay.
And Fanta.
Okay.
Lime.
Okay. Got it. Fanta lime and
then a twist of lemon. Whatever it needs be.
Karen's just talking about her deathbed wish.
That seriously, I'm like, make me a grasshopper. Ugh. I almost had when the Hawaiian nuclear strike thing came to, I was like, I mean, I might as well just. This is really bad. But anyway, point being,
we all get it,
right?
Yeah.
I'm going to be back on that or off that wagon the second I have a valid governmental reason.
The minute it happens, I'm going to come over and be like, hey, what you doing? Hey.
With one of those huge bottles of champagne.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to bring it. I'm going to let you, because I don't want to enable you.
Oh, you're just going to discover me.
Like, hey, hi, just wanted to check in on you.
And then you're going to be like, that's weird. I guess I have champagne too.
Yeah.
It's going to be a champagne party. Okay, so Murder on the Cape, the made for Netflix movie, is quite something. And I highly recommend you watch it. It is very much like The Room meets it's almost, for me, I would actually say more. It's not so bad as The Room, but there are definitely actors where you say, did you like acting before your friend decided to make this movie? Or is this something that was like, you wanted to do that this weekend along with your friend who decided to make this movie? There's a lot of people making big choices, taking huge swings, really going for it. There's a lot I could see in my mind's eye these actors going, hey, Chuck, or whoever the director is, I'm really going to go for it this time.
They're like, this is what acting is. Ready?
Yeah. I'm going to kick my leg and do a dance for some reason that doesn't actually connect with what my character's doing in the scene.
God.
So that's cool. The lead guy, I feel like I saw somewhere that somebody in this movie was in a soap opera at some time.
Oh, that makes sense.
I didn't recognize anybody.
Wow.
And the story, the way the Murder on the Cape story is told, is very much against the victim, in my opinion. It's very much making her look like she tricked him in, and then I thought, oh, I should actually look this up and see if there's somebody that was in the real case that is connected with writing this movie. Because it's just median quality enough. So pretty much anyone could have written it.
Fucking conspiracy theory on the Cape.
I mean, you never know. You have to watch it. But it's like she tricked him into sleeping with her, and then she tricked him into getting her pregnant, and then she was a big flirt. Yeah, it's a very problematic presentation. So then I looked up the actual story because I'm like, that story sounds familiar, but it does not look familiar in Murder on the Cape.
Right.
And granted that they open it up by saying this is based on a true story, but I don't think they claim it is exact. Okay. So here's the real story.
Okay.
And then you can hear this story, process it and the horror of it, then clear your palate and then go back and watch that thing as its own separate thing.
Pour your glass of water on the Bible and then go watch it.
Click.
Yeah.
Turn that TV on. Okay. So this all takes place in a town called Truro, Massachusetts, which I reminded myself it's like you're saying churro with a T.
So it's
Truro.
Truro?
Truro, I believe.
Whatever. That's not it.
Churro.
That's not a word.
The word is
I'm
churro.
already mad at it.
Okay, so it's 1997, and this is a tiny fishing village, basically at the very top of Cape Cod. And it's busy in the summer, obviously with vacationers, but then in the winter it's dead and it's really cold.
Okay.
Except for all the fishermen and the families that live there, obviously. And a woman named Christa Worthington moves there in 1997. She was a very successful, at the time, 40-year-old fashion writer. She's written for Elle, Harper's, Women's Wear Daily, the New York Times. She's also co-authored books on fashion. She's a successful writer, and she had been writing internationally. She'd been doing stuff in Europe and basically living a very high stress, kind of high fashion lifestyle.
Yeah.
And so she wanted to get away from that and go up to the Cape. So her family, she came from a very prominent family, and her family owned a lot of different, houses and places in Truro. When she moved there, she moved into a pink bungalow that was right next to the harbor master's shack. A couple months later, she moved out of that and into a larger house that her family owned, a really beautiful cottage.
Sign me up.
Yeah. Looking at these places there's a 48 hours, one of the main ones I watched is a 8 hours all about it. And they just keep showing clips of like a ship just kind of going around, like along the coastline and like, an icebreaker. It's just like awesome looking.
However, 2 weeks till you're bored out of your fucking mind.
I mean,
$20.
You got to have your Netflix.
Sure.
You got maybe like some crossword puzzles.
Wi-Fi is spotty out there.
Yeah, that's true. That would make you nuts.
Right.
You'd be getting on that jitney back into town a bunch of times. Is there a jitney from Massachusetts?
I've never heard that word before, so I couldn't tell you.
Jitney is a word I learned from my New York friends. They jump onto it it's like a little bus that drives strictly to like the Hamptons or something. Oh. From Manhattan. Ooh. Or some like summer, it's the summertime jitney. Okay. You go out to the beach.
Okay.
All right. So on January 6th, 2002, at 20 to 5 in the afternoon, a guy named Tim Arnold, who is Christa Worthington's neighbor on the other side of the woods, drops by her house to return a flashlight. And inside he finds her dead body. She's been stabbed on the left side of the chest, and she's on the kitchen floor. Her 2-year-old daughter, Ava, is there next to her, clutching her.
2 years old.
So, yeah. She's been with the body for a while. Tim grabs up Ava and runs out, calls 911. Police come. They find that Christa's been stabbed through the chest. The knife missed her heart. It pierced her lung, and she bled out on the kitchen floor.
Oh my God.
This murder is the first murder that Truro has seen in 30 years. So nothing happens in this tiny town anyway. Yeah. And like nothing like this. So of course everyone's freaking out. And, they later on, the defense lawyer will claim that the EMTs were sloppy and compromised the crime scene. Mm-hmm. They did throw a blanket over Christa's body, when they got there to cover her up. She'd been raped. And luckily the police did find DNA on her body that they ended up sending to the lab.
Okay.
So they knew that there was somebody else's DNA on the body, and that could be a good lead. Unfortunately, the lab was insanely backed up. It was 1997. Yeah. So this was like, so they start talking to the people in Christa's life. They talk to Tim Arnold, the neighbor. They find out he wasn't just her neighbor. He was also her ex-boyfriend. They dated for about a year. He says he has nothing to do with her death. Then in talking to her friends, they find out that Ava's father is a married man who was born and raised in Truro. And his name is Tony Jacket.
No, what the fuck? Why do we keep getting these names? Jesus.
Now, it does have 2 T's, but I mean, that's right on par with Jimmy Buttons in terms of a noun name.
Buttons, jacket, there's an onion.
I mean, it just is, if this was writing, it would be lazy, but it's not. Yeah. It's just how it happens. Oh my God. So it turns out Tony Jacket, he's lived in Truro all his life. I'm only going to call him Tony Jacket the whole time. Of course. And he has 6 kids. He's married, but, and this is in the 48 hours, and by his own account, he saw Christa when she moved into that pink bungalow right by the harbor master's shack, because he was working there as the fishing warden. In the 48 hours, he calls himself the fishing warden. An article I found on abcnews.com referred to him, and I'm not joking, as the shellfish constable.
What the fuck?
Now, I don't know if that writer for abcnews.com was bored and just being funny,
or just reading cartoons. It sounds like a cartoon.
Or pitching an idea for SpongeBob SquarePants episode.
Yes.
Where the shellfish constable rolls into town.
Yeah, I had the same thought. If that's a cartoon name.
It totally is. In the movie, the Netflix film, Murder on the Cape, the character that plays Tony Jackett's character is very ashamed to be the shellfish constable. And he was, I think, a contractor and he couldn't get work. And so this was his way of like, cause they were, having the family was having financial problems. He has 6 kids.
Jesus, seriously.
So he had to, take the job. Anyway, as he's working as a shellfish constable, he sees Christa, this beautiful, very, very fashionable, very, all the pictures of her. She's just a gorgeous woman. And, they immediately hit it off and are attracted to each other.
So she's like this high society. He's just like gruff, smelly, but kind of hot local, probably.
Yes. He's very, he looks like he should have been like a 3rd string character in The Sopranos. He has like big lips and squinty eyes and like combed back hair. Very kind of like Mambo Italiano. I can't explain it.
Got it.
And I'm not against it. I'll say that. It's not judgment.
Like get yours. Get your sea constable or whatever the fuck.
Get your shellfish constable Italian piece.
D.
Okay. So when they first get together, Christa tells Tony she can't have kids. She's been told she can't have kids. They have their affair for a year. They end up breaking up. In the film Murder on the Cape, they make it look like she won't leave him alone and is like always trying to be in his business and finding him at the grocery store and stuff, where I'm like, prove that. Yeah. It seems like she had plenty of dudes in her life and it wasn't
and
like
she
desperate for
fucking
this one.
romaine lettuce. Where else is she going to go?
And it's a tiny, truly tiny town.
Right. Like I run into my fucking ex at the grocery store and this is fucking Los Angeles. Like
for real.
Maybe he's stalking me. I actually don't run into my ex.
I have never run into anyone I didn't want to run into in this town. I swear. And I have to knock on wood now.
Knock on wood.
Why would I ever say that out loud?
I don't know.
I just want like open the nightmare door, basically.
Ooh, next week's going to be fun when we talk about who you run into. Yeah.
Oh, I better start wearing so much mascara.
All of the makeup.
Constant makeup. It'll be so different. Okay. Basically, she comes to him and says, I'm pregnant and it's your baby. And he's like, you told me you couldn't have babies. And then she's like, well, it's a miracle and that's why I'm keeping it. I don't care what you say and you don't need to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And he said in the 48 hours, he was like, I was dumbfounded and he kind of thought she tricked him. But she goes on and has her life and starts to raise her daughter, Ava, herself. But at some point, she asked Tony not only to pay child support, but she wants him to tell his wife that he has a daughter. So Tony Jackett ends up telling his wife of like how many years of 6 kids and years that he had an affair and now he has this daughter. The jackets
come off.
The jackets had to come off that night. So basically his wife, Susan, of course, is very upset at first and livid at him. But then she ends up meeting Christa and Christa comes over for dinner and brings the baby.
Oh no.
And they start to make it work. Susan herself tells the story in the 48 hours.
Women are the best people.
Women are just like, this is a kid that is not gonna have her life be bad because of
fucking jackets over here.
Because of Captain Jacket.
That I fucking married. Oh man.
So, and she says she actually liked her.
Wow,
and basically,
that's amazing.
I know. But also Susan provides Tony's alibi. He was home with her the night of Christa's death.
Okay. So
the police are like, it's all a little weird.
Yeah.
But then they also discover Christa was having issues with her 72-year-old father. They were, as I said, like this prominent family. And apparently the 72-year-old father, now had a 29-year-old girlfriend.
What?
Her name was Elizabeth Porter. She had been a sex worker and she had been a heroin addict. And now she had gotten her life together and she was dating the love of her life, 72-year-old.
Dad, you're embarrassing me.
And Christa was like, you are spending too much money on this woman. And then they cut in the 48 hours, they fucking do a hard cut to this woman, Elizabeth Porter, walking down like a courtroom thing. And she goes, y'all like to take pictures of me, don't ya? And she has like this insane cigarette voice. And she's just yelling at all the cameras at once.
Oh
like,
my God.
Not handling her shit at all.
So he wasn't like, no, I've met this classy dame. And listen, I'm not talking shit on her being a sex worker or a heroin addict. Date a sex worker and heroin addict, but a 29-year-old and a 72-year-old don't belong together.
I mean, you don't know any of the same references.
No.
You don't use any of the same emojis.
No, or hair products.
Or gifts.
Or anything.
Or you don't listen to the same podcast.
I mean, overall, the rule is don't date someone younger than your children.
Yes,
Dad. I'm mad at the dad for being a fucking creepazoid.
But I mean, I know a lot of people that have had that happen where they're like, and now my stepmom's younger than me.
That's just an obvious no.
I know. I shouldn't say a lot of people. Yeah. I know one person.
That'd be great if you knew a lot of people who did that. I would be so impressed.
These are the tiny ways I constantly lie. It just comes out as a lot of people. And I'm like, just the one.
But you're not hurting anyone because I'm like, cool, tell me.
But so that was actually, they were like, well, this could actually be because she was complaining to her father and basically saying, stop spending money, cut her off. So then, so it does become, and it sounded like it was this thing where this is almost like a vacation town. It's the elite, the people with the money in the town, and then the people who make the town go.
Right. And they all kind of hate each other.
I mean, it all could get real,
Yeah.
Who
Us
knows?
versus them.
So the police are just like, it can be anybody.
So they're thinking dad's girlfriend hired someone to kill her, maybe?
Or they're just looking at that girlfriend, that she doesn't have the best background and she would have reason to get rid of her, to be like, I want to keep my money source open.
Thank God my dad is poor, because otherwise
it does solve a lot of problems.
No 29-year-old's going to date him unless they're in love with him and they have my fucking blessing.
And that's nice.
I know.
That would be nice.
Then I'm happy.
Marty! Okay.
Marty!
So, the police, there's so much going on now and there's so many suspects. The police go to the FBI to get help and to get a profile drawn up. The profile that the FBI gives them doesn't help them. They don't have anybody that matches it. Finally, a year after, Christa's murder, lab results come back and they find out the DNA that they found on her body doesn't match any of these suspects. So none of these ex-boyfriends, nobody. And they're like, what the fuck? So they have to start all over again. So what they decide to do is ask for the DNA of every man who lives in Truro.
Holy shit.
And there's a reporter in this 48 Hours who was like the reporter from day one, who was told his whole story. Yeah. And he was like, well, then that was just crazy. And then it's just, clearly they have nothing and they're just like trying to do whatever. But
how many men are we talking?
I don't know offhand.
Sorry, I shouldn't have
normally I would have lied, but I caught
myself. Let's say 1,500.
Let's just go ahead with 15,000 because it's fun and it's a good number. It's a really small town.
Yeah.
Let's say 200.
Okay.
Let's say between 200 and 9,000.
Great.
Okay. So 2.5 years later, the DA, Michael O'Keefe, announces they've gotten a match back from the DNA. And
some idiot killer gave them their DNA?
Yeah, well, yes. And it leads to the arrest of a suspect named Christopher McGowan. He is her garbage man. So police first bring him in for questioning. The police say, do you know Christa Worthington? He says, no, I just know she's a stop on my garbage route, but I've never met her and I don't know her. And, they say, okay, well, we found your DNA on her body. Now what do you have to say? Yeah. And he says, well, actually, I went to her house, on Thursday, which is the day that he picks up the garbage at her house. And then I went inside and we had consensual sex. And then, he says he went back Friday, had sex with her, then beat her, but his friend Jeremy Fraser was there. His friend Jeremy Fraser started beating her up, and then he left, and Jeremy Fraser's the one that stayed and killed her.
What?
Well, the police are like, well, that's a great story, except for your friend Jeremy Fraser, your good friend that you're setting up for this murder. None of his DNA is anywhere in the house. And there's no way to prove that he was ever anywhere there.
Oh my God.
And so then basically after a 6-hour interrogation, he signs a waiver that says he doesn't want a lawyer. And then he confesses to the murder. So
this guy does? The same guy?
Christopher McGowan, the garbage man.
Okay.
So basically the prosecution, so the trial starts. The prosecution tells everybody that Christopher McGowan went out with his friend, Jeremy Fraser, and they got drunk. And then at 1 a.m., he drives up to her house, rapes her, and kills her. But Christopher McGowan's defense attorney is a guy named Bob George. He claims Christa had consensual sex with McGowan on Thursday, the day he picked up the garbage. Then he left, and that her murder took place somewhere between Thursday and then when her body was found on Sunday, and that his client had nothing to do with it.
God damn it.
He also suggested that Christopher McGowan and Christa Worthington could have been having a consensual affair for a while, and that it was just the elitists of this town that didn't believe that a white woman, who is this fancy fashion writer, could be having a consensual affair with a black man who was the garbage man. He also submitted that McGowan's IQ was in the low 70s. Oof. And so that's why he waived the right for the lawyer. He had no chance once he was in the police. But he basically said, but then, so he's basically saying his IQ is really low. So he was tricked into all of this, and he's just basically the perfect patsy. Well, then the prosecution comes back and says he's smart enough to have lied to say he didn't know her.
Right.
He, there's like a lot of evasion tactics or whatever. So he clearly just because he didn't score well on that IQ test doesn't mean that he isn't tricky and doing whatever he wants.
Totally.
The defense also alleges that the crime scene was totally contaminated by sloppy EMTs, because those EMTs came in and put a blanket on Christa's body when they first saw her. And so the DNA, who knows whose DNA was on that blanket, whatever. They kind of just keep introducing reasons to doubt.
Yeah.
So Christa had an ex-boyfriend who lived in Manhattan, who was in this 48 Hours, who says if Christa was having an affair with the garbage man, because he had visited her 2 weeks before her murder, and he said that would have been the first thing she said when I walked in the door, because she would have loved that story. She would have been very proud of it.
Yeah.
If she was having some kind of like, it's not May, December, but it's like, the wrong side of the tracks affair.
Illicit affair.
She was the kind of person that would love to talk about that.
Totally.
So up until 2 weeks before her murder, that was not happening.
Right.
So he basically it was interesting when he talked about that, where it's like, you can totally see that.
Yeah.
Basically, the trial goes, on November 16th, 2006, he's found guilty. Christopher McGowan is found guilty of first-degree murder with extreme atrocity, aggravated rape, and aggravated armed burglary. And after the verdict is read, Christopher McGowan makes a statement to the court where he says, quote, "I never meant for this to ever take place." And then after he says that, he claims to still be innocent.
Wow.
Which is a really weird way to say it if you're innocent. He is serving 3 concurrent life terms in prison without the possibility of parole. So after all of that, the verdict comes down. In January of 2008, several jurors came forward and claimed that there was a racial bias in the jury room during the deliberations. So all 12 jurors got called back to court by that judge, and they all were questioned over those claims. And their testimony revealed that there was racial tension in the jury room. So because of that, Christopher McGowan's lawyer used that information as grounds to file a motion for a retrial. But that was struck down, as have all 3 appeals that McGowan's defense attorneys have filed on his behalf since he got sentenced. And then in 2012, the defense attorney, Bob George, was convicted of money laundering, and he himself served 3 years in prison.
What?
Yes. So I don't know. There's a lot of things that get introduced in this case, in this 48 hours, that defense attorney, Bob George, he actually did a really good job of introducing all these possible doubts into this case. But at the end of the day, it's DNA.
Yeah.
And his was the only DNA on her body.
And she was raped and murdered. Which would have meant there would have been someone else's DNA there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny because that 48 hours is kind of old, and it's interesting how it feels like they keep pointing to this idea that she, quote, had a lot of boyfriends. That seemed to be at play in the way people kind of like judged this.
Yeah. That and like she had an affair with a married man where it's like, yeah, she was not to be trusted somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or there was, I don't know. I didn't like it.
And the movie did that too.
The movie was crazy. The movie was all about fucking Tony Jackett's, the character that was representing him, and like how tough his life was, and how all these women were making his life really tough. And
that poor fucking baby.
You have to see it. It's pretty amazing. And there's the casting is fucking fascinating. The woman who plays Tony Jackett's wife, a couple times I was like, is that Bridget Everett? You know, the comic Bridget Everett? Because it looked like her. And it was this kind of like, everything had it was right on the verge of being campy.
Yeah.
And then would just come back every time to boring.
When they made the movie, did they know who the killer was? And then they showed that's what happened?
Yes. Although I'm pretty sure I fell asleep before the end of the movie.
Because how can you victim blame throughout a movie and then it turns out it's just some fucking
other guy,
psycho murderer?
Yes.
You know what I mean? It wouldn't matter if she was, let's say, promiscuous or not. I'm not saying she was, but it wouldn't fucking matter.
It doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
It's like that thing that happened.
Yeah.
That's the case that needs to get solved. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, I think at the end of this thing, they leave it super vague.
Like maybe he didn't.
Right.
But it's like, no, he did.
Yeah. But I recommend everyone go, because it's this bizarre crossroads of, it's almost like every bad reenactment you've ever seen, if all the reenactors had lines.
Jesus.
Whereas like, you know what, play with this scene and figure out what happened with you guys.
I want to see
crazy.
Susan Jackets gets her groove back, where she leaves her fucking cheating husband, goes to an island. Is it Susan?
It's Susan Jackets.
It is now.
Susan Jackets.
Wow, that's fucked up.
It's crazy. But the little girl, the good news is the little girl went to live with the person that Christa Worthington chose to be her to be the guardian, which is a good friend of hers. But Tony Jackett's and Susan have visited her, and now she's like in college.
Oh, good.
And she's doing great.
Honey.
So, yeah.
Fly. You're a bird. Fly. I don't know. Spread your wings, you know. That's my words of encouragement.
I bet that'll work. Spread your wings.
Spread your wings and stuff. Wow.
Crazy.
Well, I mean, it's almost like a good thing that your ankle got twisted. I'm going to go ahead and say.
It's almost a good thing that I watch TV 24 hours a day.
Finally, something good came out of it.
While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup this summer, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent.
The future soccer stars who are already turning heads at age 14.
Making plays that end up on everyone's feed, scoring from angles that don't make sense, rewriting record books that barely had time to gather dust.
Because next doesn't wait for an invitation, and Hyundai doesn't either.
Hyundai has always moved the future within reach.
Hyundai did it by making advanced safety standard on every vehicle.
Hyundai did it by engineering EVs with ultra-fast charging capability.
And Hyundai continues doing it every day.
From robotics that change how people live to young athletes changing the game, the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here.
Next starts now.
Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
Goodbye.
Support for today's episode comes from Square.
Nobody starts a business because they love payroll.
Or invoices. Or business.
And that's why they're Square.
Square brings your payments, inventory, scheduling, staff, online orders, and reporting together in one connected system.
You can take payments in person, online, or on the go, and track sales and inventory in real time.
Instead of juggling a bunch of different apps, Square keeps everything connected behind the scenes, so you're spending less time fixing problems.
Whether you're just getting started or growing your business, Square is designed to grow with you. you without complicated setup, contracts, or hidden fees.
If you're starting a business or running one that deserves better tools, Square helps you sell, manage, and grow without slowing down.
Right now, you can get up to $200 off Square hardware at square.com/go/MFM.
That's SQUARE.com/GO/MFM.
Run your business smarter with Square. Get started today. Goodbye. There are some questions humanity may never be able to answer, like, what's the meaning of life?
Or even worse, what do I make for dinner?
Luckily, Hungry Root has one of those covered.
Hungry Root is like having your own personal shopper and nutritionist all wrapped in one. They'll take care of the weekly grocery shopping and recommend groceries and meals tailored to you.
Imagine a world where shopping, planning, and cooking food is simple and stress-free. That's a reality with Hungry Root.
Once you tell them about your goals and preferences, they fill your cart with personalized recommendations. And those recommendations get smarter as Hungry Root learns more about what you did or didn't like.
Most of Hungry Root's recipes can be made in just 15 minutes or less.
I complain about dinner and cooking and that kind of stuff constantly. And Hungry Root provides exactly the thing I'm complaining about's solution. Like, they make a zesty chicken avocado sweet potato bowl that is exactly what I want at the end of the day, but would never, ever take the time to make. And with Hungry Root, it's just right there. It's waiting for you.
For a limited time, get 40% off your first order, plus get a free item in every box for life.
Go to hungryroot.com/MFM and use code MFM.
That's hungryroot.com/MFM, code MFM, to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. Goodbye.
Let's be real. We don't all have time to keep up with the latest fashion trends.
Some of us want to look stylish, but have someone else to do the shopping. That's where Stitch Fix comes in.
Their expert human stylists get to know your lifestyle and budget so they can pick pieces that actually work for you.
Stop shopping and get styled today at stitchfix.com/murder to get $20 off your first order.
That's stitchfix.com/murder.
Goodbye.
All right. My murder. Okay. So, you know, I'm obsessed with fucking infectious diseases and plagues and flu epidemics.
Uh-oh.
You know, I love all this shit, right?
Sure.
Like, that's my passion.
Illness?
Like end of days shit.
Great.
Level stuff. Okay. And right now, the flu, right now in mid-January 2018, the flu is already an epidemic.
Yeah.
This year, which is fun. I just got a shot.
Did you get a flu shot?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
I think it's irritated and I'm going to die. But anyways.
Well, at least you won't have the flu when you die.
Exactly. So, on that note, cause it's so fun, I thought I would do, our good friend, Typhoid Mary.
Nice.
Okay. Here we go. In the summer of 1906, on Long Island's Oyster Bay. Have you been there? I haven't. I think they take one of those little trains.
A jitney?
A jitney to get there. Right?
I don't know.
1906, a jitney? Did they have cars?
It was made of straw.
Don't know. Maybe a horse jitney. So Long Island's Oyster Bay is the Tony playground of New York's rich and famous. Teddy fucking Roosevelt, none other than, had his summer White House there.
Oh.
It's all fucking rich people.
Sure.
And everyone freaks the fuck out when, in a span of just 1 week, 6 of the 11 people in the home of wealthy banker, also, he's the banker to the Vanderbilts even.
Ooh.
Charles Warren's household comes down with typhoid fever while they're there on vacation. Typhoid is a bacterial infection. Let me tell you about it.
Okay.
Due to Salmonella typhi. And it's viewed back then as a disease of the crowded slums and tenements, which we love to talk about.
Yes.
In New York. It's associated with poverty, the lack of basic sanitation. Immigrants assumed to live in disease-ridden, crowded housing are scapegoats of typhoid. So when a rich fucking family gets it, it's bananas. Typhoid is one of the 20th century's most terrifying killers because an infection could spread through a house before anyone knew what was going on. The first week, the infection seems almost, like just the regular flu. Then there's the fever, some abdominal cramping, but nothing really crazy to show that it's typhoid. And then during the second week, fever goes crazy. The patient becomes delirious. Blood clots form under the skin. The entire abdomen becomes distended.
Ooh.
The third week, inflammation of the fucking brain and intestinal hemorrhaging. And the death rate of those infected is anywhere between 1 in 10 and 3 in 10. So it's really easily spread by eating or drinking food or water contaminated with the feces of infected persons.
Ew, what?
So think about that in the 1900s, the early 1900s, you know, when they didn't like wash their hands and stuff and like water wasn't, you know, cleaned and shit. And they all lived in like houses and stuff that were all, you know.
Yeah, that was back still when people would get up and just pee in a bowl under the bed, right?
Right.
And just like slosh it back under.
Probably throw it out the window.
Sure.
Is that when they threw stuff out the window? Throw the baby out with the
Probably.
Man?
I bet they did.
Let's say yes.
But I like the idea that people would do it in rich houses.
Well, they didn't. So that's the thing. It's like they didn't. So it was really weird that this typhoid was an outbreak in a rich house. So that's why on Oyster Bay, they were like, this is something's wrong.
Not here, not in my family, not in my backyard.
Right. Not in the Tony playground of the rich and famous.
Hell no.
No. In 1900, it killed 35,000 Americans. There's no cure. Antibiotics didn't exist and a vaccine was not yet available.
Horrifying.
So scary. So Charles Warren's landlord was freaking out that the family outbreak would prevent him from leasing his summer house again. He thought they would burn it to the fucking ground because of typhoid. So he was like, fuck this shit. He hires freelance sanitary engineer George Soper.
A freelance sanitary engineer.
Dr. George Soper.
Okay.
Which is like, you sound fun at parties.
You sound like you have a made up job. It's called a janitor.
No. He investigates sources of typhoid fever outbreaks to determine the cause. Like he's the dude who
House?
is like
Dr. House?
He's fucking House. He's like, come over to my house, figure out what happened here.
Okay.
Like, why is everyone sick? He's the dude who figures it out. Like,
what was his name again?
George Soper, Dr. George Soper.
Okay.
So he's like, what's his name? The detective.
Columbo? Sherlock Holmes?
Can you edit that up? You can leave that part in. He's like the Columbo Sherlock Holmes of diseases.
Okay. I was going to say diarrhea. What? Stop it.
We don't use that word. No, we do use that word. So Soper tests everything. He's like super excited about gross stuff. Sure. Apparently he tests the house plumbing, local shellfish company. Everything comes up negative for typhoid. But then he looks into the cook who had worked for the Warrens weeks before the outbreak and discovered that a female Irish cook, who fit the description of a cook who had worked in other households where typhoid had broken out in the past, that she had worked there right before everyone fell ill of typhoid, and had also just cooked for the Warrens. So
I don't know why you'd hire a Irish cook. We can't fucking cook. It's
apparently
all pot roast and like red potatoes.
Yeah, but I think that back then they liked the simplicity of it all.
Oh man, such a bummer. I mean, Irish.
That sounds fucking amazing to me. That's all I want is pot roast and red potatoes.
Are you serious?
With some horseradish. Yes.
What about Jell-O with fruit cocktail floating inside of it?
Fruit cocktail? Yes.
Yeah. And then, of course, my grandma's special.
What did she put on it?
Thousand Island dressing. Yes.
Okay, hard stop.
That's an iceberg lettuce.
No.
That's Irish cooking, my friends.
Do you know what I want? I want iceberg lettuce with Thousand Island, and I want Jell-O with fruit cocktail. I don't want them to meet each other.
Well, sorry, my grandma says you have to. And that's my job to make it happen.
And you have to finish it.
You do.
I mean, fair enough.
She forced us to eat spinach as tiny babies, and very few of us have ever broken a bone.
Spinach. But you fucking twist your ankle all the goddamn time.
I roll it, but it don't break.
Grandma. Okay.
Grandma.
He was okay. So he can't find her because she left after every outbreak begins. She fucking laters out of there and doesn't give a forwarding address. Soper learns of an active outbreak in a penthouse on Park Avenue where 2 of the household servants were hospitalized and the young daughter of the family had died of typhoid.
Oh no.
And Soper discovers that the family cook was the same woman who had cooked for the other families. It's 40-year-old Irish immigrant Mary Mallon.
Ugh, Mary, wash your hands, Mary.
There we go.
What are you doing, Mary?
And what does she say?
And she says, I just need to stir the soup with my hand real quick. I can't do it.
No, you're going to do this whole fucking story. We need it. Okay. Soper starts stalking Mary Mallon and he tells her she's transmitting disease and death by her job. But he sounds very bad at like telling people things and explaining in a calm, like, self-possessed manner to an Irish immigrant, probably because he had some prejudices against Irish people.
So do you think he was like too nervous to tell her, or he was like screaming at her?
I think he was screaming in her face this thing of, transmitting disease and death. And she's this like Irish immigrant is like, what are you talking about? So he didn't explain to her how she, as a woman who was perfectly healthy, could be infecting others with typhoid. He attempted to get, and then he goes on to attempt to get samples of Mary's feces, urine, and blood. I think just by yelling in her face that he needs samples of her feces, urine, and blood.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, man, get away from me.
Yeah. Not surprisingly, this just pissed Mary off. And one time she chased him away with a large kitchen fork when he tried to come get her feces. Get out of here. I don't know. That's my Irish. Get out of here.
Get out of the kitchen now. You always have to start way high and then go down really low.
Okay. Since Mary refused to give samples, he decided to compile a 5-year history of her employment. Ooh. He found that of the 8 families that had hired Mary Mallon as a cook, members of 7 of those families claimed to have contracted typhoid fever, even though Mary had never shown signs of the ailment. And with this, Soper becomes the first author to describe a healthy carrier of Salmonella typhi in the United States. So the person who can carry it, never get ill by it, but pass it on to other people. So she's basically immune to this thing she has.
But she has it and is giving it to everybody else.
And part of her argument is like, well, I'm fucking fine. It can't be me giving it to anyone.
Right.
So
also, and let me use my whole arm as a stirring spoon.
I just want to stir this fucking stew.
I just want to touch the bottom of the pan.
Right. With my fingernail. Let me put this under my fingernails and put it into the stew.
What's the big deal?
What is the problem?
My fingernail ladle.
Right. Without washing my hands. Okay. Let me tell you about Mary. Mary Mallon was born in September of 1869 in Cookstown County, Tyrone. Cookston, let's call it. A small village in the north of Ireland that was among one of Ireland's poorest areas. She immigrated to the United States in 1883 at the age of 15. Her aunt and uncle, who she had been living with, died, so she was living in squalid housing in the Lower East Side, fending for herself. She found work as a domestic servant, and apparently her proclensity in the kitchen led her to be a cook. So she was somehow good.
What in the kitchen?
I don't know. I copied and pasted a word that I never use. Proclensity.
Propensity?
Clensity. Clensity. That's a word.
I don't think it is.
Oh, shit. Hold on. I refuse. I copied and pasted it. Oh, no. It sounded so good, and I was gonna.
It kind of is like the combination of propensity and declension, but I'm almost positive.
When your search proclensity did not match any search document. Her propensity. Is that right? Well, I'm never copying and pasting from Wikipedia again.
The grammar's odd, so it's not. There's no.
Yeah, it's propensity, or that's the correction, the correct.
Oh yeah, maybe they just
the correct word is propensity. Fuck. All right. I'm not editing that out because this is who I am. I'm in a fucking show. Sometimes we get words wrong. It's okay.
My Proclenston in the kitchen.
It sounds like Proclenston sounds like for men who are losing their hair, like a shampoo.
Take mint Proclenston every night.
Right. Okay. In 1900, she worked in Mamaroneck, New York. Heard of it?
Nope.
Where within 2 weeks of her employment, residents developed typhoid fever. In 1901, she moved to Manhattan, where members of the family whom she worked for developed fevers and diarrhea. That's a bummer to have at the same time.
Yeah,
right?
that's horrible. You don't know what's happening and you have diarrhea?
Right.
Jesus.
The laundress died there.
Oh, no.
Whose name they don't mention anywhere, which is like, listen, she's someone too.
That's right.
And then Mary Mallon goes on to work for a lawyer. She left after 7 of the 8 people in that household became ill. She fucking laters.
Why does she keep leaving though?
I don't know.
She thinks she's so innocent.
Well, it's hard to tell because it's like, did she leave because everyone got sick and so the house stood still and they didn't need anyone? Or what did she
Isn't that
know?
when you need help the most?
It's true. Chicken soup doesn't cook itself. Or
Yeah,
stir
that's
itself.
right.
Chicken soup
Or
doesn't
walk
use
yourself
its
up
own
those stairs.
arm to
Yeah.
stir itself. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Chicken soup can't stir itself without an arm, and it can't walk upstairs.
Exactly. So, okay. So then in 1906, she goes to Oyster Bay, and within 2 weeks, 10 of the 11 family members are hospitalized with typhoid. Changes job again. Same thing happens. Cooks for the Warren. Same thing happens. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Doctors theorized that Mary Mallon likely passed typhoid germs by failing to vigorously scrub her hands before handling food. Usually the elevated temperatures of cooking food would have killed all the germs and bacteria and shit. But then they found out that Mary Mallon's, like most popular dish.
Her specialty?
Her specialty was ice cream that she cut up raw peaches into and froze. So nothing had gotten cooked.
Oh.
And can you imagine those wet fucking peaches with her little like cutting knife under and all the under her nail stuff?
As she's cutting peaches, she's also cutting a little bit of her finger along with it.
Ew! Oh, God.
She had a real proclensity for cutting up her own flesh.
I can't believe I got that word wrong. Okay. The New York City Health Department finally, they try to get her to chill the fuck out and she won't. Finally, they send physicians.
She won't.
She's like, fuck you to everyone.
I must cook. Yeah.
She's like an angry woman.
She had to fight for her, like her livelihood. She didn't have anybody.
Nobody. It reminds, so I just started watching Alias Grace, which you had talked about liking, and it reminds me of like, she came over on a ship in that nature of absolute bullshit. And
Yes.
she's like, fuck you. I'm working to like live my own life.
I mean, it's the ship journey alone is so upsetting for most people coming to this country.
Traumatizing.
Just horrifying. And then they show up and then it's like, I hope you have a job.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Also, you don't wash your hands enough.
Yeah,
She's
that's
like,
right.
What are you talking about?
You know what that reminds me of real quick?
Yeah.
When I lived in Scotland, there was a commercial that was on like UK TV and it was, are you a washer or a walker? And it was just it was pretend camera, like hidden camera in a bathroom to see if people walked up, checked their face and walked away or washed their hands and walked away. And since that commercial, I think before that I was very like, nah, who cares one way or the other?
Yeah.
I know if I need to wash my hands
Right.
or not. Since that commercial, I wash my hands every single time,
You
no
just
matter
can't
what.
trust doorknobs. You just can't trust door handles.
You just should wash your hands as much as possible.
And I do. I mean,
Yeah.
don't go out of your fucking mind.
And I do.
But like, do your best.
Don't be a walker. That's
You
all
know,
I'm saying.
My dad, he won't sit down we'll go to lunch anywhere. He had just gotten out of his car. He hasn't touched anything. He's kind of has OCD though, but he'll go wash his hands before like every time. You can't even start talking to him.
Oh,
He'll
wow.
go wash his hands.
I wonder if that's like if his parents were really strict about that, like before eating.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a good idea. Every once in a while, I'll look at my hands, especially when I was wearing cheap jeans.
Oh no.
There's nothing worse than having
Yeah.
dirty hands as an adult at like a meal.
There's
It's
nothing worse
so
than like
embarrassing.
putting a food thing into your mouth and being like, when was the last time I washed my hands? That's my fucking thing of like, and then there's only so many times you can go, well, I'm strengthening my immune system.
Right.
No, most of the time you're not. You're just putting someone else's fucking urine hands in your fucking mouth and from the doorknob.
We'd all have much stronger immune systems if that really was
Right.
the truth.
I have a bit of an OCD about washing hands.
Well, you're Marty's daughter.
I'm Marty's daughter through and through. A hard Stark doesn't let her hands get
Doesn't
dirty.
mess.
Does not mess. Okay. So New York City Health Department sends in physician Sarah Josephine Baker to talk to Mary. So
The singer?
yeah, right? Almost.
That'd be amazing. At night, she was this
She's like,
amazing
"Hey,
dancer.
yeah, hands are gross." That's not good. Baker said that by the time she said, quote, by that time she was convinced that the law was only persecuting her when she had done nothing wrong. So Mary was like, hardcore fuck you.
Yeah. We're like that.
Yeah. So this chick, Sarah Josephine Baker, her own father and brother had died of typhoid when she was young. And so she had felt pressure to support her mother and sister financially. So at 16 years old, she decided on a career in medicine.
Wow.
And this is like the early 1900s, late 1800s. This chick is a badass motherfucker in her own right. And people should fucking study her, etc. for feminist reasons. She's fucking awesome. So she goes to find Mary Mallon, and with her help, the New York City Health Department takes Mary into custody in 1907 and places her into forced confinement inside a bungalow on 16-acre North Brother Island off the Bronx shore. So if you have lived in Manhattan or been in Manhattan, you see a fucking island over there. Like
Ooh.
off the shore that you can like see. It's almost like Alcatraz in San Francisco.
Right.
So the only companion she has, and tell me if this doesn't sound amazing, she's in confinement. All she has is a fox terrier. And you're like, living the life. Can I please?
So wait, I think I'm in that confinement right now.
You put yourself in Mary Mallon's fucking confinement.
We're all Irish women are doomed to live the life of Mary Mallon.
It just repeats itself.
Damn it.
Okay. So on this brother island was the Riverside Hospital, which is where she's at. It's founded in the 1850s as a smallpox hospital to treat and isolate victims of that disease. So they just fucking put them on this tiny island outside of Manhattan, and you can see Manhattan and you're like, oh, Mountain, I want that. And they're like, no, you're sick.
Too bad.
It eventually expands to other quarantainable diseases like leprosy and venereal diseases. So they just like later people onto that island.
Did they really?
Yeah.
So you get some venereal disease and then you have to go.
So like, go stay here until you're
in the same room with all the other people with venereal diseases.
Yeah. That sounds like a party.
I mean, those are the people that party.
Yeah.
A lot of great personalities in that room, I bet.
I mean, I'm sure. Okay. With her forced confinement, Mary Mallon, everyone, the media goes fucking nuts because this woman has been spreading this disease and killing people with it. So media goes nuts. Eventually in 1908 in the Journal of American Medical Association, she is nicknamed Typhoid Mary. That's where she gets her name.
So the professionals really
They
came in to shit on her.
Yeah, they were doing top-notch journalism.
All right.
Like, calling her
Good job, everybody.
So it turns out Mary Mallon is immune to the disease herself. She's the first person in the United States identified as an asymptomatic carrier of the pathogen, which is pretty fucking cool. Mm-hmm. While in custody, Mary Mallon, Typhoid Mary, let's call her, admits to poor hygiene. She's like, yeah, what of it, motherfuckers?
Oh,
say it in Irish.
I can't say.
That was perfect. That was all you needed to say.
Who cares? Jesus, Mary and Joseph. There's other things to worry about.
Exactly.
There's people starving in my country.
She said she did not understand the purpose of hand washing because she did not pose a risk.
Girl, you're the cook.
You're the cook. You pose a risk. It doesn't matter how healthy you are. Authorities are like, let's get rid of your gallbladder because that's where they believe the typhoid bacteria resided in. And she was like, fuck no, fuck you. I don't even have the disease. And she was unwilling to cease working as a cook too. So like, we'll let you go. Just don't work as a cook. And she's like, nope, I now won't wash my hands. Go fuck yourself.
Fight,
Total fight.
Mary, fight. We're so angry. It doesn't make sense. Irish women, fight. And then a herky. She is forced to give 163 samples of various bodily substances to the doctors there, 120 of which tested positive for the bacteria. She was teeming with this disease.
To the hilt, to the gills. So Mary stays there for 3 years until test results from a private laboratory, yes, I said that, came up negative for typhoid. And with this information in 1909, Mary sues the health department for her freedom, but everyone's like, where did she get the money to sue the health department? And then it's like a secret thing that maybe William Randolph Hearst was like, well, I'll give you the money if you give me like an interview. So like he was like springing people. So
Genius.
So smart. But the New York Supreme Court's like, go fuck yourself. No. But then in 1910, there's a new health commissioner. He lets her go if she promises never to work as a cook again. And she's like, okay, great.
She's like, fine, I didn't like it that much anyway.
Yeah. So in February of 1910, Mary agreed that she was, quote, prepared to change her occupation and would give assurance by affidavit that she would, upon her release, take such hygienic precautions as would protect those with whom she came in contact from infection. Meaning, wash your fucking hands. I'll wash my fucking hands.
No, I felt like I wanted to defend, but it's indefensible.
Go ahead.
No, I can't.
Some people don't think it. Some people think that her being locked up is indefensible.
No, she killed a ton of people because she refused to it's like she wouldn't give in anything.
Right.
Where it's like, okay, well, if you're the cook, you have to admit hand washing is kind of key. I realize that was kind of a new idea back then, but still.
Well, the thing is, so she thought they were all out to get her. All this shit. You're like decades later, they're like, well, if she had typhoid her whole life, maybe it fucked her brain up a little bit and she was paranoid and crazy.
Ooh.
Yeah. But wait. It gets worse.
Okay.
So they let her out. They lose track of her. Goodbye. Bad idea. Cut to 5 years later in 1915, a typhoid outbreak happens at Manhattan's Sloan Maternity Hospital. It struck 25 workers and killed 2 of those workers. When Soper, our friend George Soper's back, he looks into the outbreak and he's like, this looks fucking familiar.
Oh, no.
Traces it back to the cook, who's an Irish woman named Mary Brown this time. She changed her name.
She found a good man.
Nope. She changed her name so she could become a cook. Like she was doing it. Now she's responsible for it.
Now she's being a dick.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Now it's criminal, I think. It's Mary Mallon. Blah, blah, blah. Turns out she changed her name, and during her years of release, she had cooked in hotels, restaurants, and institutions.
Wow.
So she was like, they'd given her a job as a laundress. You make no fucking money. It's really hard work.
Doesn't smell good.
Doesn't smell good. She was like, fuck this shit, and went to cook. Wherever she worked, there were outbreaks of typhoid. However, she changed jobs so frequently, so she had eluded the blame. She's captured and again confined to North Brother Island, where she continued to refuse to acknowledge that she had any connection between herself and the typhoid cases.
Well, at that point, it's so stacked up against her that she might as well just do that because she's so guilty that the second she breaks, it's over.
Yeah, exactly. So after the second apprehension, she spends the next 23 years of her life as a prisoner in forced isolation. Hundreds, if not thousands, of asymptomatic carriers who had been identified were allowed to walk the streets of New York freely, but Typhoid Mary lived alone in exile, partly due because the public were fucking pissed at her because she wouldn't stay out of the kitchen. Like if she had just not gone back to cooking.
Yes. That second time around.
Exactly.
It's sad that she lived in isolation.
Yeah.
But why are you being so stubborn?
Yeah. Calm down.
Karen.
Oh, Karen's having feelings.
Then my face just starts to fall apart. I don't want to do it. It just comes out of me.
Your typhoid tears just start running off your face.
The devil inside me. He's so bad.
State of the kitchen. On November 11, 1938, Mary Mallon dies of pneumonia at age 69, still in captivity. An autopsy found evidence of live typhoid bacteria in her gallbladder. So
they were right.
Yeah, they were right. Her body's cremated and her ashes were buried at St. Raymond's Cemetery in the Bronx. So Mary Mallon, it's thought that she infected 51 people and 3 of those illnesses resulted in death. And that's based on, George Soper's, looking into it. But she used so many aliases that it's thought that the true death toll could have been way fucking higher. Some estimated that she have caused 50 fatalities, which I just saw that in a random article. So I don't know if that's even true. Historians say she contaminated at least 122 people and killed 5, which sounds a little more likely.
So crazy though.
Yeah. So throughout the 20th century, Typhoid fever steadily declines due to introduction of vaccinations and improvements in public sanitation and hygiene, aka wash your fucking hands. And today, typhoid fever is considered a rare condition among developed countries. Rate is approximately 5 cases per million per year. As for fucking Brother Island and Riverside Hospital, real quick, this fucking island of disease off the Manhattan. Sounds amazing, right?
Sounds amazing.
The island has been abandoned since 1963 after it was last a detention facility for juvenile drug offenders in 1963. How badly do you wish you could go and just sit on the wall and like stare at people?
There's some blacklight posters in that building.
There's some people out there who have stories of like,
they were like, because my mom working in she worked at a hospital called Langley Porter in San Francisco. It's up on the hill, kind of. And people in the 60s used to send their kids, if they got caught smoking pot one time, they sent their kids to the mental hospital.
Jesus Christ.
So she said there were in the like mid to late 60s, all these kids, there was like an influx of kids who were like, they're incorrigible and they're drug addicts where they had only done like smoked one joint or just whatever.
Like we're saying no to things.
Exactly.
And but they were housed with people who are legitimately in need of mental health issues. And I'm sure those kids were like, well, I'm never doing anything bad again.
Yes. The shit that they saw, or they were like, I don't know. She just said it was really sad and bummed her out a lot.
It's clearly complicated. Yeah. So these kids got sent there in 1963. Finally, it closed. It's now uninhabited and designated as a bird sanctuary. But wait, it's illegal for anyone to go on the island without permission from the city. All the buildings, though, still fucking stand. And these photographers sometimes go on there and take photos, and you can see a bunch of the photos. We should put them up on Instagram of these gorgeous, like, brick buildings that are falling into disrepair. And you can see the rooms where Mary Mallon was fucking housed, and you can see the typhoid wing, and you can see the fucking crematorium, and it's like, it's insanely gorgeous. I am asking any murderino who works for the city of Manhattan to please let me and Karen come see the fucking island.
Come and get a disease of our own for ourselves.
And since it's like under watch and it's really hard to get on there, everything is still there. So like people haven't graffitied and people haven't stolen shit from the island.
That's amazing.
You need to see the photos. Everything is covered in wildlife. It's gorgeous.
Oh, I want to see that.
It's amazing.
It sounds like the island they threatened to send, or that they promised to send Dr. Lecter to in Silence of the Lambs, that ends up to be they were like,
fake seas.
When she recites that thing, you are allowed to walk on the beach every day, or whatever.
I want to read that. It's so good. Do it again. And you will be allowed one.
You will be allowed one. Walk one day a year where you can walk freely on the beach with armed guards or whatever, snipers.
Oh God.
I don't know.
And she didn't know it was fake either.
I know. My friend Amy, who you met when we were in Wisconsin. She has Silence of the Lambs memorized.
I love that.
I've watched it with her, and she'll just say the line real quick before. It's my favorite thing in the world.
I love it.
You will be allowed to walk. She'd be able to do that speech right off the dome.
It's so good.
I love it.
Oh, these dumbs. Okay, it's illegal, blah, blah, blah. But you could still see the building, the room where Typhoid Mary spent the last 23 years of her life.
What's she doing there?
Oh man, she was bummed. But it's just like there's varying accounts where it's like some say she was like actually helping out there and like a maid, and some say that she was just like in seclusion and they abandoned her and used her as like a look at Typhoid Mary, when people would come to the island.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of thing. So you don't really know. I hope there was a fox terrier.
I hope so.
Yeah. And then, I also want to mention there's a podcast, if you're into this shit like I am, there's a podcast that's kind of new. It's hosted by these two young ladies who are grad students in disease ecology.
Ooh.
It's called This Podcast Will Kill You. And it's just about infectious diseases from history. And every episode is that. And these two girls they're both named Erin, are like it's just an awesome podcast. This
That's
podcast will kill you.
great.
Yeah. So
This podcast will kill
I
you.
love it.
I like to imagine that Typhoid Mary sat in seclusion in her room on that island and fantasized of all the different things she'd like to put her hand in. So then, like, she'd be like corn chowder or whatever. And then just like mashed potatoes. And then both hands, the fantasy is just like both bare arms go all the way in.
And then like she cleans her fingernails in the chowder.
Yes.
I wonder if she like requested like cooking magazines and like read recipes and was like, stick your arm completely in.
She'd be like, this looks good, but you know what it needs? My arm.
My fingernail clippings.
And
It's not funny. People don't.
It's disgusting.
It's terrible. But isn't that amazing?
It's incredible. Also, the idea, did you watch The Nick when it was on?
Yeah. And they have there's an episode involving her. I watched the little scene where
Where they confront her.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was such a good show. And they did that every once in a while
so good.
She was great. But they did that where they would take those things out of history and be like, this is where you don't have any sense, like things before modern medicine and modern stuff. It's just the weirdest idea where they'd be like, somebody coming in, they'd be like, well, we tried to stick a tube in their arm and then they died, like the end. Or it was so crazy precarious back
The
then.
Nick is such a great show.
I loved that show.
If you're into that kind of thing, you should definitely watch it.
It was great. Also, if you've ever taken cocaine to the point where it was a problem for you, I warn.
Trigger warning.
Huge cocaine trigger warning for the Nick.
Opium too.
You're like, I could be a doctor and do coke all the time.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe you're into opium dens too. Trigger warning.
Trigger warning. If you love to lay back with a bunch of people dressed in a traditional Chinese garb,
then this will be hard for you to get through.
it's going to make you nuts.
But if you love surgery without gloves or anesthesia, this is the show for you.
What a show. Or Clive Owen.
Right.
That was great.
Thank you.
That was fun. I love to learn.
I love teaching. No, I love saying words wrong.
I love teaching. I love to learn. I love to lie.
I love to make up new words.
I love to just have fun with it.
just say shit that, and don't have any, proclensity for caring.
I mean, I have a real proclensity to just say what I want. And I think we all do. There's a freedom in that. In these proclensities we all have.
In this proclensious time, there's a freedom.
It's the funniest thing about Typhoid Mary is she had a real problem with cleanliness. Shit.
No, I love it. It was a fucking valiant effort.
I tried, but you could see me. You could see me making that U-turn from miles away.
Would you have made that attempt 2 years ago before this podcast? Absolutely not.
No, not at all.
And so I applaud
a real
you.
bias against puns, as you know.
And so I applaud you.
And no, I think it's the effect that you have on my life.
I'm making you stupider.
You're breaking down those pun walls.
I am stupidering you. Hard.
Real hard.
What makes you happy?
Let's see. Falling down and snapping my ankle loudly in front of my neighbors.
Oh, no. I kind of have one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, the thing that makes me happy this week is this book that I'm listening to. Thank you, Audible. It's sci-fi fantasy, and it's one of those books that that someone thought of this narrative and thought of this idea makes me happy that certain humans exist. It's like so fucking joyous that like people can think of these things and write these books, and it's gorgeous and I love it. It's called Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky. And it's sci-fi fantasy. The book is really fun to listen to. It's fucking weird as shit. It's like post-human space stuff with there's spiders. I've never in my life thought I would ever have sympathy to spiders, but I do. It's like such a good book, and it's making me really happy to exist.
Wow, that's
and a lot of like they're like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, that's the last book that's done that for me, which has made me like so happy that Douglas Adams existed and I get to live
like
here.
Big theories and thoughts and feelings. Yeah.
I'm like, wow, someone thought of that. Our brains are bigger than, in these Proclensity times.
Where everything feels kind of Proclensity.
Right. And I know I'm not going to write that fucking book. So I appreciate that Adrian Tchaikovsky has.
Yeah.
So that's
really sat down and pounded it out.
Yeah. So that's making me happy.
Agreed.
What's yours?
Okay. Mine is, this was a tweet that I received 2 days ago. You did too. From a woman named Molly on,
Hold on.
oh, sorry, Haunted Train.
That was so fucking loud.
It's me, Chernick, on Twitter. And she wrote to us and said, "Don't be alarmed if there's a body down there," in quotes. And then the headline of the article that she sent us says, "Sinkhole reveals hidden room below family's garage."
That's right.
And then there's a picture of shelving that they can see through the hole. And on the shelf, there's toys, but it's also all dark and creepy. And it's like this article. So it happened in Idaho Falls, Idaho. This family, apparently when they there's like an inch of cement.
Yeah.
And then the sinkhole happened.
Yeah.
And basically there had been a hidden room underneath their house. And it's in a place where there's normally not cellars.
Right.
So they think it's possible that could have been like a bomb shelter, but probably not.
Yeah.
And a bunch of stuff that's down there has been down there for like 40 or 50 years.
Is that how, I couldn't find how long it was. It's like 40 or 50 years.
I don't think that
They were like
knew.
letters and shit.
Yes. But
That's the crazy.
let me see if I can get a year. The home was built in the 50s and it was built as a basement home. Then someone came in the 70s and remodeled it and added the second story.
So I bet in the 70s someone put it down there.
Yeah. But they say it's definitely not a bomb shelter. And that it's sketchy. And the insurance provider and the engineer are the ones that said, "Don't be alarmed if you find a body down there."
That's amazing. Don't be alarmed if you find a body down there.
Because they're basically going down there and looking through it. It's just like that picture of the old kind of water moldy letters and stuff. It's just the creepiest story of all time. So I'm very, as I think you know, but I'm not sure if everybody knows, but I'm obsessed with sinkholes. Sinkholes are truly my passion. Anytime they come, I was never more livid. Remember the sinkhole that came up off of Laurel Canyon?
Yeah.
I was up in Petaluma and I saw it on the news and I was livid.
Because you couldn't go meet it in person?
Yeah.
Couldn't go to a meet and greet?
I would have walked right down there. I would have paid top dollar for that meet and greet. I've been like, "Hi, where did you come from?
What's your deal?
What's happening down there? Are you a hidden river?
Oh.
Or are you something entirely different?"
That's amazing.
Yeah. Sinkhole and hidden room. Come on.
My favorite sinkhole. That's amazing.
There's so
this
many.
is a doublesies for you. It's a sinkhole and a hidden room.
And because the best part about usually sinkholes fill back up with water because that's why they're there in the first place. It's like the water table got too close. Blah de blah.
Look at you.
Well, it's made up, but but it's a water involved. You know, that's why.
Sure.
It's erosion, but it's underneath.
Okay.
Anyhow, there's no water in that cellar. It's like they can go down and look into it.
I know.
It's not like it got flooded immediately or filled with silt.
No, I want to go.
I want to go down there.
Let's go. It's like an amusement park. Let's go.
Idaho is not that far away.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of crazy shit in that one.
Take it, run with it.
Do your
Do
thing.
your thing. Do a fucking herk at the end of it.
Do a herky. Please, if you're going to correct me on the herky positioning,
Don't do it.
you have to be a professional cheerleader. I'll only take emails from professional cheerleaders.
And you have to send a video of you doing a herk.
We need the correct herk. And then we'll play the audio of the visual of the video.
Then you go and breaking your back. Herky. Thanks for listening, friends.
Stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
Goodbye.
Bye. Elvis, you want a cookie? Want a cookie? Oh, that was a little one.
If audiobooks are your thing, or if you've been meaning to listen to more of them, you should check out a podcast called Earsay, the Audible and iHeart Audiobook Club, hosted by Cal Penn.
Each episode spotlights standout audiobooks on Audible across all kinds of genres: sci-fi, comedy, romance, thrillers, and more, with Cal talking to guests who help break down what makes each story worth listening to.
It's a fun, easy way to discover your next great audiobook.
Check out Earsay on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Goodbye.
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why there's Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, what if it turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye.
Vacation planning should feel like a breeze, not a deep dive into countless travel sites searching for the best deal.
With Cheap Caribbean's Budget Beach Finder, you can search every destination and every date all in one search.
You'll save time and money with the Budget Beach Finder.
Say goodbye to endless scrolling and tab hopping and hello to Budget Beach Bliss at your fingertips.
Go to cheapcaribbean.com to try out the Budget Beach Finder and see just how stress-free vacation planning should be.
Goodbye. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable.
From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra.
Each design moves with you from beach days to golden nights and every memory in between.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold. Goodbye.